President apparently made that announcement to reporters just after meeting with a bipartisan group of senators at the White House for roughly an hour or so. Biden said he had to make compromises on investing in human capital and the care economy, but that they did end up coming to an agreement. Now, we know that the rough price tag for this framework is about $1 trillion. That includes about $559 billion in new spending, and we are hoping to get some more details soon. But all eyes now are going to be on the Senate because today, several progressive Democrats made it clear that they will not vote for a smaller bipartisan package unless there's also an agreement to move forward on the rest of President Biden's $4 trillion agenda without Republican support. And Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said that it can't be just one or the other, bipartisan or budget reconciliation. It has to be both. So we will await further details of this package. But again, President Biden saying that they do have a deal on a bipartisan framework. Kelly.
Elon, why do people keep calling this $1 trillion package if only half of it is new spending? And how is it being paid for, if at all?
Well, so that's one thing that we don't know exactly how it's going to be paid for. Senator Rob Portman did say after that meeting that there will be no new taxes. I can tell you that at least part of the money will be repurposed funding for broadband that was in one of the CARES packages or COVID relief packages. That'll be used to pay for some of the broadband spending in this bill. But the rest of it, we just don't know yet. Hoping to find out soon. And as for the price tag, math can be a little bit fuzzy in Washington. So some of the money is money that might have been spent anyways because of ongoing appropriations. But the key figure, I think, is how much in new spending are they going to have to come up with, because that's where you're going to have to really find those pay-fors to cover it.
Right. So we're looking at maybe $500 billion in new spending. And did you say that Portman said there would be no new taxes? What are the other options to pay for it?
Well, so the Democrats have been talking about enhanced IRS enforcement, some of that money coming from closing the tax gap. Republicans have been talking about repurposing COVID funding. They're also talking about perhaps some sort of infrastructure financing bank, public-private partnerships. So we'll see what they're able to sort of cobble together to pay for this. But that has been the sticking point all along. And we'll see whether or not Republicans and Democrats, the rest of them in the caucus, are going to be on board with this as well.
Elon, one quick final question. Is the SALT deduction in this one way or the other?
My understanding is that it is not involved in this particular discussion, but what I can tell you, according to a source familiar, is that it is part of the discussion around that budget reconciliation process that would be sort of the rest of the agenda. Democrats are looking at setting aside $120 billion for either lifting the SALT cap or removing it altogether for about 5 years. So that is part of the discussion on the rest of it, which would have to be done without Republican support.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.